Oh my god! My heart! That is wild.
Welcome to 15 of the most futuristic gadgets you might have ever seen. We're talking speaker systems you can wear on your face, heat shrinking technology, lasers that can burn through things, levitation, and more. And we're going to go in order of how exciting I think each one is. So number 15, it's a strange kind of future, I'll tell you that. You can now buy shower heads, which are also speakers. You have this outer portion, which will spray water, and then this magnetic inner portion, which is where the sound will come from.
Doesn't feel like a particularly strong magnet, but I think they forgot to put the magnet in.
Okay, I promised lasers. Number 14 is the LaserPecker. It's probably the most dangerous pecker you've ever seen. Oh god. I just had to agree to like 5 separate disclaimers. Basically, even though a laser is just light, the power of that light, combined with how concentrated it can be, means that this light can burn through stuff.
So, I've got a phone I want to burn here, and the LaserPecker app here. You pull up an image that you want on this app, and then you just hit print. See what happens. Oh my god, look at it! It's like pools of smoke. Should we get a fire extinguisher? It's blowing my mind that that is just light. That is wild. Look at that. And this is not just like a drawing, this is etched into my case.
Okay, next up we have something from XGIMI. They're the sponsor of this video, and their projector, the Horizon Pro, is the most capable, most futuristic one I've ever used.
So, that right there is a 120-inch screen. Up here is the projector that I used to use on it. It was like $5,000. The speaker system to go along with it was like $6,000. Right, well, this little thing is so good in terms of the picture quality and the quality of the inbuilt speakers that, no joke, for $1,700, it has replaced them both. But the only reason I actually said yes to it for this video is that it's also a smart projector. It has sensors that allow it to autofocus and auto keystone correction. So I've literally not once had to fiddle with a manual focus ring. It can detect where your screen is and align its image inside it. It can even re-angle the picture to make it appear completely flat, even if the projector is firing downwards. But my favorite thing is that it in itself is also an Android device, which means it can use Android apps, and as such, also wipes out half the boxes down there too.
How small do you think the smallest gaming console is? This big maybe? Maybe this big? Not quite. What you're looking at right now is Thumby, a fully operational handheld that you could very easily swallow if you're not careful. So I'm just loading up Tetris right now, and I can't believe this is like fully functional. All the buttons work as expected. This, for all intents and purposes, is a working Game Boy, but with an OLED screen. Can you imagine like going back 30 years and telling someone that their gaming console that was like this big would one day be this big? I wouldn't have believed you. That's even cooler than I was expecting it to be. Wait till you see number 1 on this list though. You know, something I never expected to feature in a video about future gadgets was a paper plane. But times are changing. Gone are the days where you just take a sheet of paper, fold it 3 times and you're done. Good thing I'm not a pilot. Nope, I spent a good 15 minutes building the PowerUp V4. Precisely folding, taping, and even adding Bluetooth-controlled propellers.
Time to see if it was worth it. So I've got my app here. I'm gonna unlock the propellers. Oh my god, okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh, too much throttle. Ultimate test, let's go. Come on, come down, come on. Oh my god. It's still going! Oh yeah, we're not getting that one back.
But you know, there's something that's had me even more excited than high-tech paper. This is what's claiming to be the next era of Mario Kart. I am such a child. If you haven't heard of Mario Kart, it is like the staple family racing game. And this is what happens when the game becomes real. Oh,
Alright, so inside the box, as well as the cart, I also got a bunch of these gates. And the idea is you place these gates around the room you want to race in, and then the cart itself has an embedded camera that can use these gates to turn your room into a real-life Mario Kart course. Oh, hello, Milo. It's Mario versus Milo. Come and get me, come and get me. It feels like Jurassic Park, like walking with the dinosaurs. So the physical cart is moving through my physical room, but on my screen I can actually see my virtual opponents and the virtual items I pick up, and then I can use them in the real world. And because you've got a physical car in your room, all the physical objects automatically become obstacles in the game.
Okay, so we've had computer mice for the best part of 60 years now, but have you ever wondered what's next? Okay, you probably haven't, you're not sad like me, but according to the Zephyr Pro, it's having a mouse with a physical cooling system inside. I kid you not, this mouse, as well as being built with a honeycomb structure to dissipate heat, also has an actual fan inside of it. So you click this button to change your lighting mode, and then this one here will turn on the fan. Oh wait, it is on. It's just, that is completely silent. It's not as powerful as I was expecting, but I guess that kind of makes sense. I mean, it's trying to keep your hands sweat-free, not freeze them off. I love gadgets like this. Clean presentation, slick design, funny names because all the good ones were taken. This is Nolii, specifically the Nolii battery system. Why is it a battery system, you might ask? Well, compared to just a normal charger, this system has quite a nice self-reinforcing loop that makes it almost idiot-proof. So for starters, it's a main socket that can charge your phone through the USB port on top. You also get a 6,700 mAh power bank with its own inbuilt cable of your choosing, as well as its own USB port to charge something else. But then, the power bank magnetically connects to the main socket so that you can charge both your phone at the same time that the power bank is charging. And the whole thing will only take up one socket with no spillover or blockage to the one next to it. So what on earth tops that? Well, this is a piece of technology that I think 10 years ago people would have laughed at if you suggested it. A smart ring. And I did not think it would be as capable as it is. This thing is packed with sensors, and it measures almost all the same data that a full-on smartwatch would. I've been using it to monitor my sleep, my levels of activity. We're talking a level of sophistication such that this ring can detect the onset of a virus before you can, by noticing trends and fluctuations in your body temperature. My only gripe though, is that this company, Oura, have actually just introduced a $6 monthly subscription if you actually want to get all your data. And that's on top of the $300 price of the ring itself, which I guess is very much the future we're moving towards, but not necessarily in a good way. Speaking of subscriptions though, if you do enjoy my videos, a sub to the channel would be free. Alright, I'll tell you one tech problem that I would love to be left in the past. Fraying damaged cables. Don't even get me started on how many MacBook wires I've had to replace, mostly due to wear and tear at the neck, which is the part that tends to receive the most bending and pulling. Well, with the help of heat shrinking tubing, this is actually a solvable problem. So I've got my damaged cable here. What it says to do is to slip one of these tubes on top of the neck, and then when I heat it, it says to use a lighter. I'm not gonna do that. It should apparently compress by a factor of 3. Let's try it. Oh wow, it's working. Look at it closing up. The hole's no longer open. And that is completely sealed up. So this will insulate the wire, it'll protect it, it'll protect you, it'll also make it waterproof. And the insides of these tubes are lined with adhesives such that once you've heated them and they've sealed, they will stay like that. Okay, so you might know this about me. I kind of have a thing for funky looking lights, but how do you take a light to the next level? I'll tell you, magnetic levitation. So we've got the base here. When I plug it in, this will become a wireless charger for my phone. And then up at the top, this just looks like a normal magnet, right? Magnetic bulb, magnetic top. Except when I plug it in, hopefully, this should become an electromagnetic field. And the light will turn on. Oh my god, that's so cool. Let's just see what happens if I put some paper in between. It's got to be a permanent part of the setup now. On a related note though, do you know what's even cooler than electricity-powered anti-gravity? Anti-gravity that doesn't require any electricity. This is the Tipsi Tray. It doesn't look like much, but bear with me here. Because this company is saying that by using this tray, spilling drinks will become a relic of the past. Now, that's a pretty bold claim if you've ever seen me try to carry a cup of tea, but I'm ready to test that theory.
Okay, 4 glasses of hot tea ready to go. The concept is that because I'm holding them from above, it will create a center of rotation at that point. It should mean that if I swing the tray like this, it will exert a force on those drinks from that point of rotation, which in theory should temporarily glue them to the surface. But it's time to test that. The stakes are so high here. I could burn myself, I could cut myself. Here goes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, my heart, it works. Not a single drop, look at it. That showerhead incident scarred me.
All right, we're in the top 3. So, it's probably not a surprise to you that more and more in our day-to-day lives, we are using wireless earphones. People don't like wires, and people don't like big bulky headphones that mess up your hair. But in-ear earphones come with their own set of problems, and the Oladance Wearable Stereo is claiming to fix all of them. So, right off the bat, this company isn't even calling these earphones. The way they have these dual compartments means that they can hold themselves in place without actually needing to go inside at all. They feel less like earphones, more like a private set of speakers, if that makes sense. Secondly, this dual chamber design means that there is literally zero risk of these coming off, which is sometimes an issue for normal earphones, and they sound really nice, kind of like an outdoor concert. And finally, because this second chamber is almost completely filled with battery, unlike normal earbuds that might get like 4 to 5 hours before you have to case them up, these can last 12 to 16. The only things you need to consider are if you like the way they look, which I'm not too sure that I do, and if you actually want a pair with no noise cancelling. This is listed as one of the features of the product, you know, like be aware of your surroundings at all times, but equally, it does mean that you lose that in your own bubble feeling that you might get from a pair of AirPods Pro, for example. Alright, so you know how those things were like mini speakers? Well, here's a not so mini speaker. This is the Mars Pro Special Edition. And if you're someone who worries about robots one day taking over the world, then you probably shouldn't buy one. It's made of like proper metal, and I'm still in shock that this is an actual working speaker. But what's probably more surprising is that this company is claiming that it is of audiophile quality. I'll be the judge of that. Okay, I am genuinely surprised by that. You'd think by looking at this that this is kind of just a showpiece, but the bass that it's managed to achieve in such a small package is phenomenal. I still don't know about audiophile though. So what on earth is number 1 then? Enter the Tri-Screen 2. And this one gadget can turn your normal lowly laptop into a triple-screened behemoth. There's no magnets or glue, the system uses elastic to adjust to the size of your laptop, and then once it's on, you pull here and pull here. And then you plug one USB cable into this one USB cable into this one. And that's it. Look at this, this is wild! So if I've got a window over here, I can drag it all the way onto the main display, and then through that to the right. Or I can just have like 3 full screen windows open at once. And if you're wondering what happens when you take this concept to the absolute extreme, this is the Expanscape Aurora 7. I was actually planning to go hands-on with it for this video, but we just couldn't make timings work. Essentially though, this company has figured out a way to make a top-spec laptop. We're talking latest i9 chipset, 128GB of RAM, etc., which can fold out to not 1, not 3, but 7 displays. I am still going to try and get hands-on with it, because this is completely next level, but long story short, expect the final product to be released in a matter of weeks. To check out my last gadgets video, click here. Or to find out why the metaverse is both hugely exciting and kind of horrifying, click here. My name is Aaron, this is Mr. Who's the Boss, and I'll catch you in the next one.